Brookhaven, Mississippi, two ambitious entrepreneurs are going where no grower has gone before when it comes to commercial tea production. Jason McDonald and Timothy Gibson started the Great Mississippi Tea Company in 2012, and their first crop shows great promise in producing high-quality tea. The two have consulted the Mississippi State University Extension Service and other experts in their venture and look forward to offering locally produced, fresh tea products for consumers to enjoy. Freshly brewed tea has been a beverage of choice in many cultures for thousands of years. It can be served hot or cold and comes in pretty much any flavor to suit your fancy. Tea has been used as a sleep aid, stress relief, and even for doctoring sunburn. It's a staple item at social gatherings, particularly in the South. And after a hard day's work in the hot sun, a nice glass of iced tea is hard to beat. In Brookhaven, Mississippi, Jason McDonald and Timothy Gibson decided to launch the Great Mississippi Tea Company, where they grow camellia plants for making tea. Jason McDonald tells the story behind this crazy idea.
Well, after Hurricane Katrina, we lost a lot of our timber in Walthall County, and so we'd been looking for a crop that would withstand a hurricane. And we were on vacation in Charleston in 2002, and we saw the Charleston Tea Plantation. So we decided to take a visit. So we went out there, and they said that it was a camellia, needed high heat, humidity, and acidic soil, and ample rainfall. And I said, well, sounds like we found a crop. So we called up Rebecca Bates, our extension agent, and said, we've got this crazy idea, will it work? And she said, well, we'll try.
I was thrilled. My background is horticulture, so I knew that tea came from a camellia plant. I knew that we grew camellias very well in Mississippi and in Lincoln County, but I really didn't know about the process of growing tea, the culture of tea. I didn't quite understand how it was harvested. The soil type it needs is a good sandy loam. It needs an acid soil, and we certainly have plenty of that here in Lincoln County.
Bates says the soil was sent to the soil testing lab at Mississippi State University Extension Service to be analyzed for nutrient levels and determine if anything needed to be added, such as lime or fertilizer. This service is available to all Mississippi landowners who can send dirt samples to the lab for analysis and recommendations. Co-founder Timothy Gibson explains more about getting started.
We had to build planters because of drainage issues. We've had to cut in different drains to get the water away, have everything potted over from little pots to big pots, planting bigger plants in the ground so that we can take cuttings from them later.
For irrigation, a low voltage system is used which comes on automatically each day and has a built-in fertilization system. Additionally, Jason McDonald explains the need for the shade cloth.
When the plants are as small as they are, if they go in full sun, it can burn them back and kill the plants. It's also important because when it gets 108 degrees with heat index, it offers a little bit of shade for the cooler weather. It's also the irrigation comes on at the hottest part of the day, so the mist and the shade together, it actually will cool off the area about 20 degrees.
The tea company has a total of 30,000 plants. And at 2 years of age, the oldest portion of the crop is still a year away from harvest. Timothy Gibson explains the harvesting process.
You have hand processing and mechanical processing. Hand processing is exactly what it sounds like. You have people that get out there and they pluck the first 2 little leaves and the 1 little bud that's coming up. They pluck it off, throw it in a basket, then it gets laid out so that it can lose a lot of moisture. And then it gets broken up and let oxidize, and that's where it turns brown. Mechanizing does the same thing.
Additionally, Jason McDonald describes the company's goals after harvesting the plants.
All tea comes from the same plant. So if you have black tea, green tea, oolong, yellow, white teas, they're all the same plant. It's just how you process it. Then you can add flavorings on top. It's wildly popular in the United States with the flavorings, primarily because there's a lot of chlorine chemicals in our water, so it's kind of masking those bad tastes. But what we're aiming for is really some high-grade specialty tea that some things would be cold brewed, so you still get the flavors. Flavorings around the world are not really sought after, but we will have a line of tea bags and things for American use that would be flavored, and we'll also have orthodox and bulk tea.
McDonald hopes to harvest an experimental tea crop by 2015, then offer small batches to limited customers in 2018 and ramp up to full production by 2020. He says they want to use a mechanizing process for harvesting that doesn't sacrifice the quality that hand processing would produce. Another goal is to reach out to the community.
We think we've got something that's pretty unique and people want to come out. We've got some plans to talk with retired teachers and getting some lesson plans drawn up for school groups. We'll also offer wedding space, meeting spaces. We'll do tea processing workshops where people can come out and pick the tea by hand and make the tea, so it's something special they can take home. We'll have farm tours, hopefully.
I'm all about farmers market, so I would love to see it become a farmers market product. These type products could be sold at the market by the pound or just in small quantities. I would hope to see eventually that he could actually bottle some teas, some chai teas.
Finally, Jason McDonald says in addition to guidance from MSU Extension Service, they were blessed to receive advice from tea consultant Nigel Milliken of the United Kingdom, as well as a grant from the Mississippi Department of Agriculture and Commerce. Until 2020 rolls around, we'll have to wait patiently before we see how the tea turns out. From Brookhaven, Mississippi, I'm Amy Taylor reporting.
You can watch the story on the Great Mississippi Tea Company on our Farm Week website, Facebook page, or YouTube. We'll also have the contact, website, and Facebook information for the company. Our website address is farmweek.msucares.com. We'll also be available at twitter.com/farmweek.